Crack-a-lackin', and welcome back to the Draft Bros. And that name comes to fruition in this episode as we give you a 2-round 2024 NFL mock draft. As of course, I am joined by my second favorite co-host, Alex.
You're such a bitch for saying that.
What, dude? I'm sorry, dude. It goes Gojo, then Alex.
I would have taken Trevor Sycamore or Gojo, so I'll take it. We love Trevor. Trevor, come join the show.
That would imply Trevor. I'm the new Connor Rogers apparently, but that's not true. No, Gojo. Gojo's always usually in all my videos. He is a great co-host, and the fans love him.
This is true. Okay. Anyways, today 2-round mock draft gonna be fun. Who goes first? That's the question.
Nose goes.
Shit. I haven't played that game in years, man. Okay, well, this makes it extremely easy at the number 1 overall selection. Matt Stafford is most likely retired. Everybody has most likely retired. Your grandma has already been retired. But Caleb Williams is just starting out on the Los Angeles Rams. We are not going to be doing trades because I'm saying that right now because otherwise I would have some weird feelings about
things get messy.
Yeah, things get messy. So Caleb Williams is going to be the pick. I will preface saying that this is not going to be a standard draft because of the fact that we're going to be going off our boards, and our boards are drastically different. So
yeah. Speaking of which, draft order was decided by our power rankings, which we did in the last episode. So go check that video out. I have the Las Vegas Raiders. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up as well, because I'm getting a new quarterback in tow. I thought they could have done it this year. They said, nah, we'll wait. Jimmy G, bridge quarterback. That it gotta call a spade a spade. I'm gonna go ahead and take Drake Maye. A lot of people think he is up there, and sometimes even have him ranked higher than Caleb Williams. I don't, but I think he will warrant a top selection, which kind of muddies the rest of the top 10, I would say.
It does. For me personally, I have Joe Milton above Drake, but I understand why that is ludicrous. But I am willing to be ludicrous, just like I had AR over CJ Stroud last year. It's not the reason I have Joe Milton over Drake. I just really like Joe Milton. So pick number 3. I feel like in this situation, the choice is pretty obvious. There is kind of like a bona fide top 3. It is going to be Marvin Harrison Jr., the best wide receiver that I have seen come out of college, but that I have officially graded. You got guys like Jamar Chase in there where, in their era, can't really say that now, but exactly. I sound old as hell now. But when Jamar Chase was at the peak of his career at LSU, I think that he probably would have graded out better, but I wasn't doing that. So based on my guys, Marvin Harrison is the dude.
Yeah, I would love to take quarterback here, but I think there's no one really established as another top 10 guy as of right now. So I'm going to pass on the quarterback position and instead address the offensive line. They got Wirfs moving to left tackle. They're going to stick Godecki at right tackle, which could be fine. He played tackle at Central Michigan, but if this year looks anything like last year, then you'd probably be looking to upgrade the position. This is a very good tackle class, so I'm going to go with Joe Alt.
So what position are you upgrading at? Left or right tackle?
Maybe you move Wirfs back to right.
Good move. I think that's the way I would have gone as well. Pick number 5 for the Cardinals again, through Houston. I think that this is more the tough situation you're in. I think the offensive line is going to continue developing well. I think that the weapons now with Marvin Harrison Jr., you also have Trey McBride coming and stepping up behind Zach Ertz. I think that weapon-wise, you're fine. Kyler Murray is going to be healthy. So it's tough not to go Brock Bowers here. But I think that the best thing you can do is continue developing the defense. Gannon is kind of used to having the star-studded DB core. And I think he's going to get his Darius Slay with Kool-Aid McKinstry because I think he is just that special.
I like that. That would have been my 2 picks for the Cardinals. I'm so happy. When you said Brock Bowers, I was like, man, then what am I going to do for Washington? But you did. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take Brock Bowers. Hey, Eric Bieniemy, he loved himself some Travis Kelce. Oh, yeah. And you know what? They don't really have a tight end there. Like John Bates, Yeah, he's fine. Logan
Yeah.
Thomas, never healthy. So I'm going to take Brock Bowers for the Washington Commanders or whatever they may be called in the future. Apparently, that's up in the air again.
Yeah, I'm not too much against the Commander's name. I'm more for the Red Tails, but I mean, I don't personally take
Red
offense
Hogs,
to
baby.
Red Hawks, Red Tails, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Hogs, oink, oink.
Yes. For the Colts, it's a little bit more of a tough one for me because I wish Kool-Aid McKinstry were here. I think that DB core is absolute butt cheeks, even with their second round selection from last year. This is definitely the tough one. I think Olu Fashanu, to me, being an upgrade over Bernard Ryman, who I never had faith in, definitely feels to be the right move. He is my left tackle number 2 in the class. And I think O-line just needs to continue being the emphasis for this team because since you have a quarterback that is a physical freak, keeping him as healthy for as long as possible is exactly what you need to do. So I'm going to continue going down a road that I've been going down and getting Olu Fashanu.
Oh, man. I'm not going to lie, dude. Alex, this thing got really tough.
For Green Bay, yeah.
I think Olu was the guy I was looking at for
That's
Green
the dream
Bay.
pick for him. I know.
And I don't know exactly what to do here with the Packers. I don't think I'd go quarterback. Again, we're kind of talking, well, at least for me, Ewers, Knicks, and Dart. Ha ha he. Let's laugh.
That's not gonna last.
Me.
Don't worry, Joe Milton will come in soon.
Jeez, dude. Like,
if they're at 8, don't you think they're gonna look for an upgrade at QB before signing a 5th-year contract?
Well, they already did.
They meant like extend the contract after the fact.
I mean, I feel like you want to give your guy every shot. The question is,
he did get a shot.
Do I bring in maybe a Mims? I don't think so. That might feel too early. Maybe I'm looking at the.
I like that.
This might seem unusual, but I'm gonna get I don't know if Joe Barry's still there. I'm gonna get a flexible piece in the secondary.
Okay.
In Cooper DeJean.
Okay.
Yeah. Because a guy that might end up being a safety, but could also play a corner. Like he super versatile. So I think I'm gonna go with that. Like Fashanu was the pick for me, and then
that's the obvious
pick. Happened.
I'm surprised you didn't want to go after someone like J.C. Latham either. I know that defense is
he's a lot of upside, no polish.
Yes, I completely agree. For the Bears at number 9, I think edge rusher has to be the priority for him. You know, they brought in Yannick Ngakoue on a 1-year contract. Good for y'all. But that doesn't really get you extremely far after that year. And you got guys like Jared Verse in here, Dallas Turner. How heavy is Yannick? I'm tripping. How is he?
Who?
Yannick Ngakoue.
He's like 245.
We're going Dallas Turner. He's my edge 1 in this draft, and he's pretty favorably comped to Yannick Ngakoue there. I think he's going to be on a similar tier to Kayvon Thibodeau, potentially Von Miller at that level. I think his athleticism is different than any other edge rusher in this class, and I'm a big fan of a lot of edge rushers in this class, and I think this guy could be truly something special.
All right. We're going to get fun here. We're going to get fun.
Here we go.
All right. So this is actually a player you really like. I think they need more playmakers, and Bill Belichick loves his crisp route runners. I'm going to go Emeka Egbuka.
Oh, baby. I do love me some Emeka Egbuka. I was thinking you were about to go Marius Mims right there.
Thought about it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I got Egbuka up there. So
he's so good. He is such a good player. Okay, so for the Saints, I think, man, it depends on how much I like Isaiah Foskey, but they drafted him so early. They're not going to go back and try to get another edge rusher because I really am a big fan of 3 main edge rushers in this class. They could be looking for a longer-term option at quarterback, especially if they are here at number 11. Therefore, I am going to opt for my number 12 player in the draft that I can guarantee you is not included with PFF's rankings, which he is not, of course. So just to troll Spencer Rattler because he can kiss my ass, I'm going to be. I absolutely despise him as a human being.
Sounds like it.
Yes, based on information that I've known. But Joe Milton, quarterback, Tennessee. He is an absolute freak show in terms of athleticism. He says his longest throw is in the 90s, and he was able to hit a ball over 75 yards downfield into the receiver's hands. So I love a guy who can do that. Very little experience overall, but from what I've seen, the very little that is out there, he is potentially that good.
You went Milton or you went Rattler because he wasn't on the.
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
correct.
I gotcha. That's fair.
The logistics are being worked out.
Okay. Let's see. I have the Tennessee Titans. All right. So there's a thought here at corner.
Yes.
Tight end. Quarterback. I can maybe. I don't know how I even got to there. Tight end, but quarterback. I think I probably am gonna wait on.
Yeah.
I like the idea of adding more weapons. I think that's never the wrong answer, and I think I'm gonna go with Malik Neighbors.
Interesting.
It is.
So I like Malik. Not that much.
I like Malik. Not that much.
I do. Get out of here, dude. Okay, at 13 for the Falcons. So Atlanta, I feel like you potentially, it depends on how Caden Ellis performs, could improve at the linebacking position. There are some really good ones here. But I think at corner number 2, beyond Jeff Okudah, is probably what's going to be.
He's not even corner 1.
I know. Is going to be probably where you can invest the most on the defense. If you are here at 13, you could look at a quarterback, but I personally am not fully sold on the guys here that you can't get into the second round that, could move the needle. Maybe go for free agency at that point. I'm going to be going Kalen King out of Penn State. I think his ability in both man and zone coverage should be coveted by every team in the NFL. Solid size. Maybe, isn't he? He's a little bit short, isn't he? I'm tripping. Who's a 5'10" corner? 5'11". There you go. Yeah, so he's 5'11", just sub 6 foot. But his play is incredible. I was a big JPJ fan. I'm going to continue the train with Kalen King.
Okie dokie. Broncos.
Okie dokie.
All right. Okie dokie. So I'm in a little tough spot here, my friend. I'm here thinking, I was like, listen, they don't really have star pass rushers, Randy Gregory, but
okay.
How often is he on the field? I think he's only had gone over 500 snaps once in his career. So Jared Verse for me is on the board, or maybe more upside-y guys like JT. I think maybe even wide receiver if they want to move on from Sutton. So Keon Coleman is an option. Or you look to the future.
Yeah.
With Russ. You're stuck on his contract at least for a couple of seasons, I feel like. I don't know what madness they can work out.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're sitting here at 14, you're not making the playoffs. Not a good spot.
Yeah.
And Sean Payton's probably like, hey, let me just go ahead and get my guy.
Okay.
I think I would swing on the upside of Quinn Ewers.
Okay.
Just over Bo Nix. Bo Nix, I feel like, is more probably ready to play.
Yeah, but Quinn has the upside.
Yeah, but I'm probably looking more for a guy that has the upside and that I have the luxury to sit.
Yes. Very fair. I like Quinn Ewers quite a bit. He actually, based on my rankings right now, he's at 23. So 14 for him is a very good value for a QB. At pick number 15 for the New York Giants, I am going to take a very risky bet here. But it's a player who I think is built unlike any other. He runs routes as well as the top guys in the class. His hands are awkwardly inconsistent, but when he goes up for an aggressive catch, he has perfect form. He knows exactly how to keep the ball away from the defender. I have watched him in high school because his team was a partial rival to mine. That is Johnny Wilson from Florida State. I think that he might be, he might be the best wide receiver I've ever seen. But if he improves his hands, then I might be willing to start really going there. He just needs to fix those drops.
Dang. That is
It's a beast. That is
spicy
6'7",
mama.
240 man. He is a monster.
Detroit Lions. Is there fun to be had here with the Detroit Lions? I don't think so. I think I kind of want to go receiver.
Okay. It's a smart move.
Yeah, I think Keon Coleman makes sense.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah, they get their like prototypical X. They have the speedster and Williams, and then you have the crazy after the catch slot guy and Mon-Ra St. Brown. I don't think they have Coleman on here.
They don't. Of course they don't. Thanks, PFF. We pay a lot of money for you.
But they offer analytics. We're not just here for the draft simulator. I will tell you this: in 2 rounds, I won't have Jacob Cohen.
Yeah, I know. So, for the people who are watching, that is Keon Coleman, Florida State, formerly Michigan State, which I think is an excellent selection for sure.
Yeah. It's not actually Big 12 receiver, or at least he won't be.
Oh, God. Don't even get me started on that shit.
Dude.
Oh,
dude, Big 12, Big 16 this year.
Yeah, and then the Big 10 is the Big 18 this year.
Next year.
That one. Yeah, next year.
But, I guess the same would be for Big 12.
Yeah, so Chicago, I mean, you could potentially try to address the interior of the offensive line at center. I don't think you need to do that. I don't think the Bears really need to address much there. You could honestly go after a wide receiver at this point as well. I don't really know if Chase Claypool is going to be there. I think Johnny Wilson would be a pretty cool guy to put in that spot.
Johnny Wilson's gone, bud.
Huh? No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, if he's there,
I got you.
It'd be a fun guy to go after. Could you go after 2 edge rushers? Yes, but I'm not going to because it's unrealistic. I'd be potentially, there's not many spots on this team that I think needs drastic improvement. But if I'm not mistaken, multiple DBs, including Jalen Johnson, are up for a contract, right?
I imagine Johnson probably is up for a contract.
And
the other guys are kind of like, they freshly drafted the last year or 2.
Yeah. I think they should end up re-signing Johnson, but I don't know if they will. And for that reason, I'm going to go Denzel Burke out of the Ohio State University. I think he has another bounce back year and continues the ascension that he had at the end of last year versus Georgia.
All right, this one's easy for me. Minnesota Vikings, they just extended Hunter. Marcus Davenport's on a 1-year deal, so I'm going to go Jared Verse.
Ridiculous that he's here.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
The Viking dude, Hunter, ridiculous athlete. Verse, ridiculous athlete.
Just unbelievable. The Steelers, I'm going to do something I really, really want to do, and that's pairing up the Georgia tackles together. I'm going to go Marius Mims out of Georgia, right tackle, with unbelievable potential. I think a dark horse for him, if he's not there, he's
kind of a douche move.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, dude.
I was looking at that for the Dolphins.
But I will say you got a pretty nice one here, which would have been my other option for the Steelers, and Kingsley Suamataia, who I thought had some mobility concerns, but he dropped 15 pounds of weight and looks really, like, you see the picture between him last year and now, like night and day. The dude's gotten in shape. Big respect for someone who could do something like that.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking, but just give me a second to just ponder this.
Loss of Marius Mims.
Yeah, I think the only other place I'd be looking maybe would be corner.
For the long run.
Yeah, because I don't think X will be on. Like, he's a lot of money right now, so
sure.
I don't know if he's there after this season. Noah Bignagani hasn't really proven anything. Yeah, they have Cam Smith. So who's probably the heir apparent to be next to Ramsey. So yeah, I'll go with Kingsley
Suamataia. Big fan of what he's going to be this year. Pick number 21. This is the Cleveland Browns pick sent to Houston. I think that we could get some meat on the interior with Jerzon Newton here, but I think the more important thing is to give a former linebacker a very versatile, high upside linebacker in Jeremiah Trotter Jr. and develop the captain of that defense. What, did I steal another one?
No, I just realized I'm about to do something wild.
Oh
It's not
no.
that wild.
Oh,
All
you
right,
got the QB.
I'm going QB.
Yeah, should have done it at
Like,
8.
it felt too high, but I'm sitting here and I'm just like, you know what? Like, we had the Packers as a top, like, bottom 10 team, so it just makes sense. So I think,
Bo.
yeah, Bo, get someone who can compete immediately
Hmm.
with Jordan Love, and Jordan Love just has 1 year after left. You're getting a guy on a rookie deal, so
Oh
it
yeah.
kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Closing.
So the Chargers, who I adore, I think they could always go after a right tackle. I mean, it's not a need. It's just more of a
I
want.
mean,
It's not bad.
don't they have someone there?
They have Jamari Sawyer, right?
Well, I think they're kicking Sawyer back inside
Good
to
for them.
left
I
guard
think
to fill in
Jamari's
for,
great.
yeah, Filer.
Who do they have at right tackle?
I think they like what's it, Pipkins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Trey.
like Pipkins. He's kind of developed into a solid enough tackle.
I'm still debating going
I
after
mean, you
someone
can
who I would.
upgrade. Yeah, obviously, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
That's what I'm
dispute
saying. It's
that,
not a
but
need. It's not a need. It's a want. I think that you could end up actually addressing the tight end position here because we have some really good tight ends on the board in Jaheim Bell and Jatavian Sanders. And Kellen Moore loves his tight ends, and they should have went Dalton Kincaid, even though I love how they got Quentin Johnston. I think that defensive interior wouldn't be bad either. There's a lot of routes this team could go. I am going to opt for that right tackle, Taliese Fuaga, right tackle out of Oregon State. And unfortunately, I think the only one that we will not be taking based on this list is going to be Zion Nelson. I swear, if you take Zion Nelson, I will come after you.
I would love to, but
It is Taliese Fuaga, right tackle out of the Oregon State. Complete mauler. He's actually has high upside as a pass blocker as well. Just somebody who I fell in love with right out the gate. And then seeing him maul some of my favorite players ended up making me love him even more.
okay. Let me tell you where my head's at for this pick with Baltimore.
Mhm.
I've been considering running back because if you could get a franchise tag on a running back nowadays, apparently it ain't so bad, especially if you feel good about your offensive line.
True.
And J.K. Dobbins, they ain't paying J.K. Sorry, health is a concern with him. So like I'm not opposed to where I'm at in that thought process. Where's Ben? Ben Cleveland right now. They have second on the depth chart. We'll see about that.
I like Ben Cleveland.
I like Ben Cleveland too. Another thought, just because the value is really good, I kind of want a penetrator. I think I'm gonna go with Drazon Newton
Okay.
to be that guy. Just plays with his hair on fire, pure penetrator. I think they're gonna have to pay Justin Matabuke pretty soon. He was from the 2020 class, so I think this is probably his contract year.
Justin
Does that
Matabuke.
sound right? Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go Newton. I think Leonard, for me, Leonard Taylor's higher, but
Yeah,
he also has to prove that in a higher snap count this season.
fair. Drazon Newton's a beast too. Pairing him up with Travis Jones would be crazy. I love Travis Jones.
Yeah, dude.
Such a beast.
Jones even get playing time this year. It's gonna be an interesting one.
Okay, so 25 for Seattle. You know, if they're at this point, they won't need a QB. I don't think there's a QB that is probably in that tier except Shadur Sanders. And he needs to obviously prove it. And I don't think he's going to be coming out this year. So looking at the O-line, I think everything is fine on the O-line. Again, I gave this team pretty much the best grade on their overall roster, but I do think they could improve on that linebacking core. I don't know how much longer they're going to have, Bobby Wagner around. I think this is last year, Jordan Brooks as well. And then I do not like Devin Bush. So I'm going to be going Tommy Eichenberg out of the Ohio State University, my number one linebacker in the class at the moment. And just somebody he's super incredible in terms of his understanding of the field, very good in zone coverage as well. And he's able to step up in big moments. So I'm excited to see what he's able to do.
Dang, you went linebacker.
Oh, absolutely. I think his
All
linebacker class has some good dudes in it.
It does. It does. I don't disagree. San Francisco 49ers. I'm at 2 spots here with where I want to go. One, I love Cameron Kitchens, and I think he'd be a good fit in the secondary. Currently, they have the reliable, was it Sean Gibson
Mm-hmm.
back there? Yeah, Sean Gibson.
Yes.
They do have Jair Brown, but I think he's probably better in the box.
Yes.
So having someone who could play like deep, be rangy. Honestly, they could probably even go with James Williams, who's just like physically like built different. The other thing is thinking about taking JC Latham and maybe have him be our right tackle of the future. Someone you maybe doesn't have to necessarily start early. If you look at their right tackle spot, they have Colton McKivitz, who has been a depth player who they've been developing, but he is also coming at the end of his contract. They have Jalon Moore as his backup, who I liked coming out of, I think it was Western Michigan, who's been developing. So maybe doesn't even necessarily have to start right away, but golly, this do be tough.
You know what to do.
Do I?
You know what position I value the most.
I mean, to be fair, this safety class is so deep.
It's really good.
It probably causes it to fall.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to go with Latham.
I think it's a smart move. He's the next best right tackle in the class. So
it's a team keep him on the side. It kind of sucks for Buffalo because they would love to replace Spencer Brown.
I would not use JC Latham for it just because I think they need someone who's more right away. I'd probably try to go for a more proven veteran if I'm Buffalo.
Yeah, but I mean, you could say Spencer Brown, he was more traits than actual ability yet, and they kind of threw him into the fire, so I don't think they'd be opposed to it.
I don't think so either, but I think it'd be a lot better to just get it right for once.
I don't disagree, but I just think it's the wrong decision.
Yes. I am going to go after the safety position for the Bills, because I think the value is just really damn good. And you got Cameron Kitchens here, who's a monster. You have Kalen Bullock, who's a monster. You have James Williams, if you want a little different flavor of monster. I'm going to be going after the good old trusty Cameron Kitchens here, because I think that he's really, really special. Really special.
Alrighty. They brought in Mozzie Smith, so I don't think I have to go with an interior player, though I freaking love Leonard Taylor at this point.
Oh, that'd be a good pick. But maybe not for the team.
But maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. I think corner's probably the position. Stephon Gilmore is
really
older.
I mean,
granted, he's playing great, but I mean, you don't want to bank on that for the next few years. You could obviously address the interior if you want. Like, I like BB here too, but I think corner is just a more valuable position. And I mean, behind those guys, they have Kelvin Joseph and Noshawn Wright, who were not great day 2 picks in 2021, in my opinion. I didn't have, I think, either of them that high. Definitely not Wright. Wright was like a late day 3 for me.
Yeah.
Joseph may have been like late day 2, but I think I'm gonna go Dwight McLaughlin.
Yep.
I think he's actually a really good fit for Dan Quinn too.
We're gonna just substitute Malachi.
Obviously, he's not here. Yeah, Malachi Moore is a 4th rounder for me. So
yeah,
as of right now, that's a guy with a lot of nagging back issues. He's also like a slot only right now, so it's like it's gonna kill his draft stock
for sure. But yeah, Dwight McLaughlin's both of our corner number 4. So
I don't know why I did it.
Yeah, I don't know why you did that either, but
because I love the glove.
He's really good, especially if they use him in off man. I have it in my notes that I think he could be a top 10 corner in the NFL, but you don't always run off man. So that's my only issue with him. Pick number 29. I am debating on going Leonard Taylor here and just getting a freakish pass rush there. Definitely high on the priority list for me. I think they could end up addressing guard, but I feel like we can do that later because Ben Barch. Wide receiver 2 wouldn't be an awful idea either. When I'm thinking about it, you do have guys like Troy Franklin that I think would be a great complement to somebody like Calvin Ridley. Zay Jones is not bad, but Troy Franklin is. You love him as much as I do, don't you?
I do like Troy Franklin. I think he is a year like this year's. I think probably elevates him into that,
Exactly.
especially if he adds like 10 pounds.
That's the big one. But I think I'm going to go that route because I think you're just going to continue investing. I'm going to go Troy Franklin. I think that he ends up putting on a little bit of weight, but he's extremely talented as an athlete, very fluid mover, and he has really good hands. Overall, just a really good route runner. I think he's a perfect longer-term option than Zay Jones, which that saves you millions here and there. Maybe not based on this contract, but I think that he's just going to be a good addition regardless.
Ooh, this is a little tough. He wants to take like a Xavier Worthy and have him be like this vertical slot player for the Bengals, because I think that would be really fun. I think there's what's that cat's name?
Jermaine Burton.
Jatavion Sanders. I think that would be fun. They have Irv Smith Jr. there, man, right now. Like, come on, that guy ain't gonna play the whole year. Those are two of my thoughts. Or I could just go for value and get like a JT.
They did just
upside.
Yeah,
I know they got like Miles Murphy, but I mean,
yeah, they got
don't. I mean, they have a big contract with Trey Hendrickson. Sam Hubbard's he's fine, but you could probably feel like you can upgrade. And I mean, while you're here, then why not just keep adding talent? Like, because for me, JT, I think is probably more of a top 15, top 10 pick.
Stop.
So I really do. If
you're gonna take him over a huge need on an offense that could use that extra boost, for somebody just drafted in the first round,
make those plays a free agency. So that way you come to the draft and you could just take the best players possible with big freaking upside, swing for the fences.
And that is not JT Tuimoloau.
It is if things click for him this year. It can be. I'm gonna take JT.
Holy shit! All right, hey. Saves more fun players for me down the line.
What a beautiful rebuttal.
Eagles.
I'm not gonna lie. If I didn't take him there, I was probably taking him for Kansas City.
That's fine. I am going to be going after Kalen Bullock. I want a rangy safety. I could look at linebacker, but that's just one, not an equals thing to do. But two, I really love Kalen Bullock, and I think he's going to be a monster ball hawk, and he's going to continue to progress.
Kalen Bullock, that's nice, dude. That's nice.
He's a beast.
He is. All right, so I'm sitting here. Honestly, I would have really loved JT for Kansas City, just because that's the Spagnola special right there.
Oh yeah, drafting another edge rusher in the first.
Yeah, but they did have Felix, but. I mean, honestly, like, it's not the worst thing to do. Looking here, this is funny. This is a team not with a lot of needs. Who would have thought?
Yeah. Well, that tight end.
Yeah, actually, that's actually the one spot I was like, tight end is like 34. And once he starts dating Taylor Swift, he's not gonna, he doesn't have to make any more money if he wants to retire. And
he's not gonna be dating Taylor Swift.
Hey, dude, he's a big T Swizzy fan.
That's all me, bro. Should have been me. Like memes, like should have been me, not him. It's gonna be me.
Well, regardless, I'll go with Sanders here. I think that's a super fun option. This is a team that likes bringing out 2 tight end sets too, because Kelsey's so good. You could put him at in the big slot, and you actually could do that with Sanders as well.
Yeah. Rams, they're going to be like, oh, shit. Aaron Donald just retired. Let's get Aaron Donald 2.0. Just kidding. Leonard Taylor.
Leonard Taylor's fabulous. I think by the end of the year, he's going to be a top 10 pick.
Yeah, I think he definitely could ascend to that height.
Yeah. It's kind of wild. I felt like it was kind of hard to put defensive interior early on the list, and I think it deserves to be.
Fair.
Like, there's a lot of good talent.
There's a lot of good players in this class.
Yeah. Which is good. Good. I love classes that are exceptionally deep. So I took Drake Maye
Correct.
You know what? I'm thinking like it would be cool to get a big meaty boy on the interior. I really like the Raiders could have been a landing spot for Mozzie Smith, I thought last year. And I don't know if that big meaty boy is actually here. I really don't.
Talk about Hall.
No, he's not meaty enough. The guy I was thinking of was I don't even think he's listed here. Is Chris Jenkins?
Oh, the Michigan guy.
Yeah, he's not apparently okay. It's reported he's up to 300, which honestly he should be. His dad was like 330, wasn't he? Chris Jenkins was huge.
Why are you calling him a big meaty boy then if he's 300?
Because he plays strong as hell. That's the thing.
I have a bad feeling here that these defensive interiors will all be taken by us.
We'll see. I don't know if I'm going there because honestly, I think it really, if you're the Raiders, you could probably wait on big meaty boys because this class kind of has good big meaty boys. Like it really does. You look at like Nazir Stackhouse out of Georgia. You got who's 320, Dante Corleone. I can't.
Corleone.
But yeah, he's 320. McKinley Jackson's 325. So
yeah.
There's a couple of guys I think in more of the third round range you could probably snag. So if I'm not doing that, then what am I doing for the Raiders? Do I want to get more receiver help? And I mean, I could get more athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of what I want, but do I want? Yeah, no, Xavier Worthy feels kind of good here.
Ooh,
yeah. I was thinking Rome on Dunze, but I think I want the guy that actually plays more
actual football.
Yeah,
good football.
Yeah, I mean, on Dunze, dude's a freak athlete. Like, if it clicks, then yeah, he's probably he could end up being like a really good receiver in the NFL.
Can't you say that about every wide receiver though? In college,
I think he's a really good athlete.
I don't know. I don't like him
at his size.
Yeah, he's 211. But Cardinals, we have gone after Kool-Aid and Marvin Harrison. So now I think we can go defensive interior. And I want to go after somebody who has a ton of potential, and that's Tyleik Williams, who might be up to 330 pounds. Unconfirmed. But this guy at 315 was a god-tier athlete. And I just felt he was 10% away from truly reaching the potential he could reach. And that 10% is a big difference on the field. But I think when you have a coach who's been around guys like Fletcher Cox and Jordan Davis, I'm going to take the bet that he can help them out. So Tyleik Williams it is.
Okay. I am willing to roll the dice here on a quarterback for the Bucs.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because we took Alt. So I'm between two players, because if I'm taking a quarterback, I want someone who's gonna contend as a starter almost immediately.
Okay.
Unfortunately, one's a walk-in red flag with injuries in Michael Penix.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got the much better arm than Riley Leonard.
Ooh, you're gonna bring the Duke guy into this.
The Duke guy, yeah. I managed to watch him, and I think the arm's like, it's whatever. It is what it is. It's fine enough, you know. But I think he does have a good processor and whatnot. But I think I might want more of the upside of Penix. It's just that injury stuff really scares me. I think I'm going to go Penix just because I really want to start in quarterback. And I think Penix is that, dude. The dude basically has like 4 or 5 seasons of starting experience. It's just like 4 of those seasons you have to cut in half because of injury.
So do you think he's a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield? Overall. Injuries included.
I think he can be. I think he could be more like he could play within the system. I don't think Baker's a system guy.
Your hesitation to say yes makes me very interested why you would take him in the second round.
I would say my hesitation is you're asking me, is he better than Baker? Baker's been in the NFL for a minute, and we've seen flashes of brilliance from Baker, but he's never shown that consistency. At this point in the second round, I'm willing to swing on a guy that can be a top 12 to 15 guy. And I think Penix, his arm, he has the arm for it.
Okay. So number 37.
I mean, that's a team that's so complete. Why not take that swing at quarterback? You know?
I think free agency.
I already addressed the offensive line, which was the other woe. So take that swing on quarterback. What else are they going to be doing?
They have other stuff they can address, like
Such
interior offensive line, getting younger at receiver,
Interior
getting better at
offensive
tight
line.
end.
That's not
Better
sexy.
running back.
None of your options have sex appeal.
Wide receiver, tight end, running back.
Yeah, wide receiver is fine. I mean, they've spent a lot of money.
The age is the issue. Regardless, question: are you going to be taking Dorian Singer anytime soon?
No, I have him as I think a 5th rounder.
Okay, I'm taking Antoine Wells here for
is he not on here?
No, which is criminal.
PFF.
So PFF, take this.
Oh, Singer early day 3, so it's like a 5th rounder.
Yeah. So it's not Dorian Singer. It's Antoine Wells out of South Carolina. He, to me, is very similar to Deebo Samuel in terms of just unbelievable right after the catch. Great size. Got to give Mr. Schmo credit for telling me about him. Great hands. Unbelievable drop rate. Just somebody who can truly just lower the shoulder, get through guys. Maybe not going to be running a 4.7. Hopefully he doesn't run a 4.7. But not be running like a 4.4. He'll probably be in like that 4.55 range. But somebody where you can get the ball out of CJ's hands into his, and you're pretty much going to be getting a worse route running version of Emeka Egbuka, which at 37 is incredible value. And from a Niners guy, you could probably tell it's going to be pretty nice to have someone of that type of caliber in the building.
Am I Washington?
You are.
Okay. I'm just going to say this. When you get to the Colts, I have a suggestion. Because I was looking at this like I was the Colts. Okay. All right, Washington, I took Brock Bowers. That's freaking fabulous.
That is.
Maybe they go another year with Sam Howell, which I think is fine. That would be year 2 as a full start. Unless he completely craps the bed, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
We could do maybe offensive line. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I don't want to the interior. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're fine enough right now.
Okay.
I'm looking at like the guys I'm looking at are like Graham Barton, Blake Fisher. I don't think I would want to spend on those guys.
Really? You don't want to go Graham Barton and just put him at guard until he can move to tackle?
I mean, they have Cosme at guard. Who's their other guard?
Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
100%.
Wait, are you sure about that?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, there ain't no way. It's probably going to be like Nick Gates. Because they're going to probably start.
Again, back when I used Our Lads and did mine, Chris Paul was listed as the starter.
I imagine they have Ricky Stromberg start maybe at center, and they put Nick Gates at guard. Because Gates played at guard last year for the Giants.
Yeah.
Just a possibility. There's also, they really like Braden Daniels, apparently, so maybe he gets worked into the starting lineup some way, somehow. I don't know. I think regardless, maybe I'm looking at... I think I am maybe looking at linebacker. Oh, I think I am. Who are the linebackers I have available? Actually, no, I know. My top guy is someone who I think is going to step up huge. And he's vastly different from a Jamin Davis. It's Jamon Dumas-Johnson.
Ooh, I like him.
Yeah, I think he is. He's bigger. He's the biggest. He's one of the biggest linebackers in this class.
Yeah,
but he doesn't lose that much athleticism. I mean, he's not as athletic as some of the other guys. Okay. Obviously, Barrett Carter, freaking phenomenal athlete.
Yeah,
but he's a sure tackler. He's the captain of the defense there with as the Nakobe Dean type, which I think he has the size that teams were afraid of with Nakobe Dean, on top of none of the injury stuff.
Fair.
So I think he comes in and he instantly becomes like the middle. If they like Jamin, they probably keep Jamin at weak, which is fine, or will.
Yeah. Okay, well, what's your suggestion? Because I already have the guy who I want here.
Who do you want?
I want Jason Marshall.
I'll tell you what I want. Trey Benson.
It's a very good pick, but there's a lot of good running backs in this class. So how about new?
How about no one had the force missed tackle rate of Trey Benson last season?
And how about they have nothing besides one corner?
How
And running back
about
is
this was a team that was like designed around Jonathan Taylor, and they're probably not going to have that in the foreseeable future. They have a ton of
Suck on
rookies. You got to
these
imagine
nuts.
someone steps up. All right,
Suck on these
that's
nuts.
cool. Mistakes have been made, dude. This is the one time where I will advocate for a running back over a corner. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, well, guess what? It's the one time I'm going to tell you I'm going Jason Marshall because I have a late first on him.
All right, I've done fun things with the Packers, I suppose.
Why don't you go Trey Benson? I mean, he's really good.
They have Aaron Jones locked up, so
But he's so good, man. It's the only
he is
time
good. But the Colts had nothing in a running back.
I'm going to go Bucky Irving probably over Trey Benson, but maybe
That's
not.
ridiculous.
No, it's not. It's not ridiculous.
Bucky Irving? Mini me? Okay.
Somebody's butt hurt.
All right. So the Packers, where can I improve as the Packers? I think at this point it's like you're just kind of taking the best player available. I think it's probably the offensive line, right? So we could go like Graham Barton would be a good fit. Blake Fisher, I don't know if he like clicks. Like, I think from a physical and athletic perspective, it's probably Fisher. But Barton, I think, is a bit more put together. Or maybe you just go with the interior with BB, but I think I'd rather have the tackle since,
Blake.
What's his
name?
You
like Blake?
I like Blake. Blake played on the right side, though, too.
Well, yeah. Aren't you fine with him playing right side? I mean, at least he has the length.
No, because Zach Tom's going to play the right side.
Well, Zach Tom's played left tackle, too.
Left tackle, I mean, he could do both, I guess, but I mean, I don't know.
What tackle do you think will last longer as a tackle, Blake Fisher or Graham Barton?
Well, even if Graham Barton ends up being a guard, they could take a really good. They won't mind a really good guard. So I think I'm gonna go with Graham Barton.
Fuck. Sorry, I really wanted Graham Barton for the Bears.
My sir,
I was trying to convince you otherwise.
Yeah, you were.
Who's the Bears running back?
Khalil Herbert, though he doesn't get the carries he deserves.
I like Khalil Herbert.
I loved him. I had him as a third rounder. Goes in the freaking fifth?
So we got Burke and Turner.
It's sixth.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I really liked Khalil Herbert coming out. I'm debating between Blake Corum and Trey Benson for this team.
You try to crap on my boy Benson, dude. I freaking love Benson, dude.
I know. I'm going down the road to Michigan to go Blake Corum. I don't think it's way too late for him to go. Yeah, I mean, I think him, Khalil Herbert, they'd be a nice 1-2 punch.
Sean Johnson. They got Dante Foreman.
Okay.
I'm just saying, they got a lot of people.
There's a ton of running backs. I think Blake Corum's better than all of them, and I like Khalil Herbert. Blake Corum was supposed to be a first-round selection this past year before he hurt his knee. He's going to be going back. He's used to the cold weather. He's a beast, and he's going to be a good compliment to Khalil Herbert.
He's used to the cold weather. He's a beast.
Exactly.
All right. So, anywho, Patriots don't mind developing tackles, so we'll take Blake Fisher here.
That's a good one. That fits the Patriots.
Just to be fair, I did take.
You took a different position.
I took Emeka. Okay. Just making sure. I was like, okay. Did I pull the trigger too soon?
Okay. Eagles have this pick from New Orleans. I went after a safety for them. Nolans. This could be I think wide receiver wouldn't be a bad selection at all.
You know, wouldn't be a bad selection either.
Trey Benson.
But
they don't invest high capital in running backs. They get the scraps.
Miles Sanders was a second-round pick.
I thought he was a third. Was he second?
He could have been. I'm not gonna fight my flag on that. I'm not gonna die on that.
Yeah, I thought he was a third. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it was like in the 50s or 60s.
Yeah, I thought it was.
And when we get to the 60s, it's like, hold on.
Check that for me really quick, because I'm pretty much stuck on going after a wide receiver here.
Because to be fair, I think both Swift and Penny are 1-year deals.
They
Second
are.
round pick.
He was a second?
Yeah, let me see if it tells me specifically. He was the 53rd pick. Do it,
All right.
do it.
All
Well,
right.
I was going to
Trey
say first
Benson.
one back on the board, but it's not.
It is Trey Benson out of Florida State. He's a really good player. He ended up being one of my guys last year, too.
It makes you feel better. He was originally a Duck.
He was.
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack. You're up.
Tennessee Titans. I didn't want to go. Oh, well, they got Will Levis. Why am I?
You
even
got
thinking about quarterback?
mid-neighbors.
Neighbors. Ooh, I think this is a good spot to take a Cooper Beebe. This is a team that likes to run the football.
That's fair. You want to do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Falcons. So I went after a defensive back, Kalen King earlier. This is a team that could use running back. JK, the best running back ever. This team doesn't need much.
I mean, the Falcons.
They don't need much.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Barrett Carter.
They need one thing. Did you take?
Oh, hold up now. Hold up. I still have a top 10 player on the board. I'm gonna be going Braylon Trice. What the hell was he even doing on the board?
That's on you, bro.
That is all on me. That's my fault. I mean,
so you're a Desmond Ridder believer. I love it.
Well, I just, unlike you, take quarterbacks that are actually better than the ones I'm trying to replace.
What is? Oh, it was Trice. Gotcha. Yeah. So I am the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, New Orleans.
And I took. You took.
I did.
Joe Milton. Whoa.
I did. The beast.
Yeah, they got Jameis Winston 2.0.
It's not bad. Jameis just had a rough start to his career.
Yeah. No, I honestly don't think there's that much of a difference between Derek Carr and Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Which might be, I don't know, that might be an outlandish statement, but I feel okay about it.
I'm not.
Guard's not a bad option for the Saints. They brought in Foskey.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Jordan just got an extension, but do you feel like maybe you could get better at the?
I have 3
positions still. I'm thinking Chop maybe, but I'm not sold on that.
What do you have against wide receiver?
I don't think they need wide receiver.
Who's their wide receiver 3?
Rashid Shaheed is their slot. Then they have A.T. Perry, Byron Edwards.
Oh, A.T. Perry. Oh,
yeah, they have fine guys as depth.
Love A.T. Perry.
So it's like, I know Michael Thomas often hurt and whatnot, but they also brought in like James Washington, which probably doesn't make the roster, but he's there.
Yeah.
Kiki Coutie's there. What?
That's crazy.
Sick.
I remember he had like that first game he played, he had 10 receptions instead of record.
He had he had a solid rookie year, and then I think injuries kind of played a big role into his decline there. So I could go athletic at the guard position. I don't think I will. I think I'll go with the guy who's more put together, I think. But then he's playing center this year, but he played guard really good.
Who are you talking about?
Bo Limmer is the guy I'm thinking of. Zach Zitner's not bad though. I went back and looked at Donovan Jackson, and I feel like you were kind of right about him being.
Well, I ended up liking him more the more I watched him, though.
I think like when you said he could play tackle, and I was like, I don't think he's that athletic. And then I was like, okay, to be fair, I did kind of forget Paris Johnson was the guy on the outside.
Yeah, it was arguably one of the most athletic tackles.
Yeah, it kind of adds more context to like, oh no, okay.
Yep.
So like that kind of opened my eyes a bit. But I think I'm gonna go Bo. I really like Bo Limmer, dude.
Okay.
I really like Bo Limmer. Okay. He's gonna be playing center this year for Arkansas, which is great. He could play multiple positions. I know that they don't like to do that. I've been saying they should put Cesar Ruiz back at center. That was his position in college. Because Eric McCoy legit could play guard. Like the dude's
Yeah.
that good.
Oh, for me, for the Giants, I'm debating between a guard, Donovan Jackson / Zach Zinter. Because I don't think Bredson needs to be, a starter.
I don't know. Apparently, they really love him.
I know, but I'm also
Apparently
looking at Barrett Carter here because I know they just brought in,
Bobby.
Bobby Okereke, but linebacker
he literally changed the pronunciation of his name.
Because he came into the league what Okereke and then
Okereke. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, and then he changed it to Okereke. I remember having a full 1 hour conversation with my buddy about it. I'm gonna go Barrett Carter here. I think that's fine. I think that his versatility, him pretty much being a miniature Isaiah Simmons, being able to work also as a potential safety / linebacker hybrid would be great. So I'm gonna go Barrett Carter there and let Wink Martindale do the rest.
All right, Barrett Carter. Detroit Lions. You went with
a wide receiver.
I went with Keon Coleman. Oh, that's fun.
That is a fun
I like
one.
that I did that.
I do too.
Golly, this team just feels good.
It
really does. I could go with I'm looking here and I'm thinking about Lassiter.
I am scared shitless because this team has not been able to develop any form of corners.
Yes, they have.
And this guy is a huge project. But I was thinking the same thing.
The other guy I'm thinking of is Chap, but Chap.
What about defensive interior?
Dude, they love their big guys in the middle. They
right guard.
Right guard. They brought in they got what's his name? The guy that.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they already got a Michigan guy there, and they brought back Glasgow.
Yeah, but they got Hal Vaitai, who's up for a contract.
Yeah, he's healthy.
Take it from the billions of Lions fans who've told me to upgrade at right guard. Just go Zach Zinter for him.
It's a good enough class to where you don't have to do that here. But for me, Chop, I feel like Chop's too James Houston-ish. I prefer a guy that could probably stop the run right now.
He could actually play.
Yeah, and I don't know if that guy is here right now. Okay, he could play. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I do think I'm actually just going to go with Lassiter. I think he's probably the safer projection here. He's a good scheme fit.
Safer?
Yeah, I think he's a good scheme fit. This is the type of corner they want to move towards.
Yeah, I love Kamari Lassiter, but I don't know, man.
Lassiter looked solid last year. He wasn't spectacular, but I think in year 2 he's going to have a step up.
Okay, so for the Panthers, while he's gone.
All right, now I got my first favorite host and my second favorite host.
Let's go. We got the best hosts in the building. I would debate on going running back here if they didn't have, a bigger contract for Miles. Tight end for the long run, I think, is going to be the best move here. And let's keep a guy in the South and Jaheim Bell. And he's kind of the more receiving version of Tommy Tremble.
The more receiving version.
Because I love Jaheim Bell.
Bell. I do like Bell. Have you checked out the other Iowa tight end?
Is it Eric All or something?
No. He's coming from Michigan. It was the guy that was behind Laporta. When Porta kicked out to the slot, he came in. It's I want to say Lackey.
I have not seen him yet. To answer your question,
He's pretty good.
I haven't. Is there all 22 on him yet?
Well, I mean, if you go back and watch Laporta,
valid.
That's how we have to grind since we don't have PFF Ultimate.
Yeah,
we have to go back and look for guys who may have played.
I know.
On the field at the same time.
Don't even get me started.
So you took Bell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be. Oh, I know, Gojo. I know you don't think I should do this, but he's got a lot to say right now.
Of course.
Took Jared Verse. That's fun. I don't think we have to go corner here. I don't think there's a corner here I would want to take right now. No, I think the rest of them are kind of third roundish.
Yeah, like Newton.
Oh, yeah. All right. You begged to come in. Now you have to go out. Okay, I got you, buddy. All right.
For
You know
me,
what?
I still have three guys, which actually it's still three guys who are left in my top 32 on the board.
I'm down to 2 running backs.
Oh Lord, great.
Yes, I think the running back class is really good. There's no Bijan, but I think there's a lot of guys that are that next tier.
Bucky Sucky Irving.
Pause.
Pause.
I could go Travion Henderson, hoping for the bounce back year. There's a few guys that move like him. I think he'd be good for the system. But I think I'm going to go with kind of the freak in Braylon Allen.
Ooh.
The dude's just built different. He doesn't have long speed, but he does. Quite frankly, he doesn't need it.
Interesting. Okay. Steelers, if we did not sign Highsmith, I go Leatu Latu. And I spelled his name wrong on my slides. Nice.
No, don't worry. Dude,
Yeah.
I always get, oh, you had a typo here. And I was like, I'm sorry. When I'm making like 15 slides, there's going to be a mistake.
Yeah, I'm debating going 80 Mitchell here and just continuing to build more and more wide receiver room. I don't know if we're going to sign Deontay Johnson because he doesn't seem like somebody that we do need to re-sign. But there's one guy who I have way higher than everybody else. He is my number 5 receiver in the draft class. And his name is Jermaine Burton. And someone who you love, who you fell out of love with.
To.
Yeah. I am still
He
in
broke
love
my heart
with
last
Jermaine.
year.
Yeah. He didn't produce, but I don't think statistics are everything.
He produced, just not like to the degree I thought he was going to.
And the fact is, when you watch him play, I think he should have produced more. So I'm going to substitute this Anaya Smith guy.
Yeah. You know Anaya Smith. Don't say this Anaya Smith guy.
I do know Anaya Smith. I'm not going to take Anaya Smith. I don't think you are either. I'm going to go Jermaine Burton here for the Steelers and just get someone who has crazy deep speed but great route running ability to add to that already very deep receiving core.
Very nice. Very nice.
I could have went linebacker.
Dolphins, I took tackle, which yay for me. I'm cool with that. I could double dip, go into the interior, but I think that's a bit what's the word?
Dumb.
Repetitive, redundant. Yeah. I think redundant's the word.
Yes, redundant's the word.
Yeah, I think instead of just trying to get a lot of like rookies on the offensive line, they should probably try to invest in free agency. Brandon Jones is fine as a safety, but like James Williams is just built different.
He is.
Yeah, if that's a guy you don't mind being like this like box dude, or he could even play deep. Like he's a really good athlete, size. Like he could be that guy for Vic Fangio. So I think I'm going to go with Williams.
Great pick. I really like James Williams. Honestly, probably should have taken him for my Steelers, but you win some, you lose some. For the Browns, I think going after an edge rusher wouldn't be an awful idea. They've been continuing to cycle through guys, but granted, Isaiah McGuire might be the second coming when he actually learns how to have proper work ethic. And I think they're better than any of the guys left on the board, unfortunately. So when it comes down to it, I want to continue beefing up the interior. They have a lot of guys who became legitimate big, meaty boys because it's like 680 pounds of just pure meat on the defensive interior. I'm going to get something a little bit more exciting and something a little bit more punchy. That's going to be Rook Arohoro. I think that he is right now my interior defensive lineman, 1 in the class, can play edge rusher if need to, but he's 295 pounds or 292. And he's fun. He's just fun.
Jim Schwartz, man. He's like, I don't want dump trucks on the interior. I want Ferraris. And
yes.
That's a Ferrari.
That's a Ferrari.
All right. So this one's fun.
Okay.
So the Jets, Robert Saleh, he loved him, Jimmy Ward, right? Michael Carter will eventually be in a contract year. I don't think they're going to pay him. I think instead you have probably the best slot option in this class who could probably play also safety. I don't know if he plays more safety this year, though. Javon Bullard out of Georgia is a freaking monster.
Okay.
Dude flies around the field like nobody's business.
Yeah. Georgia
plays
got some really good receivers.
50 pounds bigger than he actually is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, for the Chargers, I'm going to beef up another line, and I'm going to go Tyler Davis out of Clemson. I think getting some extra pass rush help on the defense interior, never a bad thing.
All right, Baltimore Ravens. I have decisions to make. I do have decisions to make. I was thinking maybe running back, but I don't think I have to go running back. I really don't think I do.
Where do you think of going?
Well, because I'm looking at the running backs and like style wise, I don't think any of the guys that I would be willing to take here, I need to take here. I don't think they fit like Henderson, Donovan Edwards, even Irvin. I don't think stylistically fit the Ravens. Probably more so like Raheem Sanders would be that guy, but I'm okay with not taking him at 56.
Mm-hmm.
So we could go to the next spot. Like left guard could be a question. Maybe we could go guard. Like corner is never the wrong answer to upgrade the corner position.
Yes, I've had it on for the past like 3 minutes.
Yeah. So like, but it's like the question is then who is the guy that fits? Like who is that guy? And in all honesty, that guy would probably be Tony Grimes, but does that feel high for him? I mean, of course, there's guys that I really like that I think could really elevate, like Kobe Bryant and Nate Wiggins. But I'm gonna let them sit in the oven until we get to the season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so would it be Grimes, man? But then Grimes is now coming in and playing more of the zone-heavy defense with the Aggies this year. But I mean, even then, like the Ravens played a little more zone last season. Though, I mean, to be fair, I think a lot injuries played a lot into that. Mm-hmm. So this one's a little bit tough, man.
I know exactly the player you should take.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, I get that you like him, but
or because you like him.
I mean, I don't know if I like him this much. I mean, I kind of do. I mean, he's in
the spot. In the first round.
No, I didn't.
You didn't talk about Rome in the first?
I probably brought him up.
Rome, Given Dome.
Pause. Man, this is difficult. This is difficult for the Baltimore Ravens.
This is why we have our shot clock now.
Yeah, we should. You know what? I think I might actually just end up with the running back then.
Okay. Rocket Sanders?
I think I am going to go with Rocket Sanders.
Red Rocket Sanders?
The Red Rocket.
The Red Rocket.
Gojo appreciates that.
I talked about how much I really like the moves Seattle made for their offensive line. I'm just still going to upgrade it. I think that Zach Zinter or Donovan Jackson are just going to be upgrades over what they have, and I'm going to go Donovan Jackson here because I think his athleticism might even give him ability to stick in at tackle in case an injury happens.
Very nice. 49ers, I went with Latham. I think that's good. I think the other position I was thinking about was maybe safety, and that's probably the right call right now because it's a good safety class. And they really have some like guys that can move. But I think the guy that's the closest to like what they lost in Jimmy Ward, I don't even think is listed here.
Who is it?
It's gonna be Rod Moore, the Michigan guy. Yeah, I don't see him here.
Yeah, we'll just stick Josh Proctor in here.
I have Proctor as a late day 3. The dude's gonna be 25.
Yeah.
Once he gets the
you are going Rod Moore, right?
Rod Moore.
Rod. A team that I already went safety for in the Bills sitting here. Looking at the options available, I could look at the offensive line. Zach Zinter would be intriguing to bring on and then have him compete with what they just got in the last second round, which was Osiris Torrance. But who do they have at the center?
Mitch Morris.
Yeah. How much
He's
longer?
up there.
Yeah, he's up there in age. I could see Cedric Van Pran being a good option and kind of investing in the long run there. Running back wise, you could try to get somebody who is more of that punch you in the mouth style, like Donovan Edwards. I don't think Donovan's worth a second round pick. Bucky Irving could be the best return on investment just because I think he would be a very solid weapon for him. A wide receiver like A.D. Mitchell could always be a bonus too. And it's really up to you, the fan, as to what you want. I'm going to go A.D. Mitchell.
Yeah. Yo, funny enough, they actually gave a extension to Malik Hooker.
I saw that.
And I was like, what? They like safeties now?
I know.
What?
I know. They should have. Well, they probably are just missing DeMonte Casey. That's all.
Yeah, it's like, what world are we living in?
Steelers.
All right. I have two moves here that I like. Odunze, I think it'd be fun. You could build him behind because Tolbert hopefully kind of plays up to his billing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I liked him coming out too. So I'm hoping he does a little bit more than he does his rookie year.
Yeah.
The other guy is Chris Jenkins, pairing up the Michigan guys on the interior because Jenkins, lighter weight, but plays exceptionally strong. Like he has the play strength for the NFL. I want to see him become more of a pass rush threat. To be fair, they asked him to run contain a lot for Michigan because they had monsters on the outside anyway last couple of seasons. So it's like, not necessary. But so those are the two guys I'm stuck with right now.
Okay.
Odunze, I probably have higher, but not much.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Why not invest in the interior of the offensive line with someone like Cedric Van Pran, though, to go over Biedush?
I mean, that does make sense, but I like the... I mean, that's not a bad option. That's not. But then again, I would be taking the guy... I have Odunze and Jenkins probably higher.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I'm gonna take Chris Jenkins. I like pairing up the Michigan guys.
I love when I have a player that I'm selecting that does not exist.
Yeah. Let's go. I don't think Corleone makes it. Like I have a third round grade on, but I don't think he makes it. This.
So that's Chris Jenkins out of Michigan. Number 61. I think I went Leonard Taylor, right? No, I didn't. I didn't go Leonard Taylor. I went that for the Rams. I went Troy Franklin.
I'm about to laugh my butt off right now. Not at this pick, at what I'm about, like my pick.
Oh, Lord. Mason Smith wouldn't be a bad idea. Crazy freak dude. Just didn't get to play last year because he tore his freaking ACL way too early. Looking at other positions, interior offensive line at this point, it's ridiculous that Cedric Van Pran and Zach Zinter are still here. And I think Zach Zinter has more upside than Cedric Van Pran. But I did see Cedric Van Pran absolutely manhandle two Ohio State interior defensive linemen that are arguably some of the best of the class. So I'm going to go there and just say that he can move to guard.
All right. So I talked about this player last time with Bengals. Instead, I went with JT. And it's wild that for me that he's here. I'm going to go Xavier Worthy.
Oh, shit. He's not here.
Is he not? Thank goodness.
No, wait, who'd you take him for?
I took him for the Raiders. Okay,
I was like, wait a second, what the hell?
All right, okay. I was like, man, I can't believe he's here. Then I'm probably going Odunze, but then Dunze is more outside. I don't know if I put him in the slot.
Why not? He's good in space.
Yeah, and it gives you that vertical edge. I was about to say, man, I was like, I can't believe Xavier Worthy's still here.
Yeah. Do you still have him on yours?
I make out stuff. No, I don't.
Oh.
I didn't look.
Okay.
I didn't look. Ha 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 ha. So professional of me.
That's why you're laughing. Are you gonna go Rome?
I think I'm gonna have to. I mean, the value is just too good.
What about Javon Foster?
No. Okay, I'm going Rome. Stop. Javon Foster.
What? Javon's a great player.
I think there's better tackles that have bigger lifespans right now. Like Foster's one of the older guys in this class.
This is fair. This is true. For the Eagles, did I get him a wide receiver? No, I got Caleb Bullock, and then earlier I ended up getting Trey Benson. What? Oh yeah,
I just
you peer pressure me.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Damn.
I don't know.
I'm trying to
Chiefs, so take your time.
I'm debating whether I could logically select Brew McCoy at this point because I fell in love with him, and I think he'd be such a good compliment. I think that'd be a really fun selection. The hell's wrong with you? You sound like a damn insect.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, because you definitely get 100% of the players correct, and I get 0%. I fell in love.
Yeah. Just look at the shot percentage. You said it, not me.
All right. Looking at the players I still have available, and this team doesn't need much at all. I might like the idea of Chris Abrams-Drain in the slot and potentially competing at safety as well. I think his value, he was going to be a top 32 player for me. And at this point, getting even more DB help is never a bad thing. You have two veterans on the outside. And then after that, we're going to see what happens to Keeley. I'm going to go Chris Abrams-Drain.
Very nice. Very nice. Chris Abrams-Drain. I like Abrams-Drain. I think this is about like midday two is really good value for him. All right. So there's a couple of things I could probably do here because I still got like two guys that I have like top 25 grades on. It's just, their projections. That's why they fall. One's Chop. Total projection. I don't know. They don't really the Chiefs don't need Chop, and he doesn't really fit the criteria to what Spag likes. It just kind of blows my mind. Chop's still available here.
That's just because he's not that good.
Yeah. Of course. Then Michael Hall, another guy with tremendous upside, but kind of has to show it. And he'll get more snaps this year, which I'm not against that because outside of Chris Jones, they haven't really done much on the interior, have they?
What do you think about Bucky Irving? He's a running back for him.
They got Isaiah Pacheco and
shit, I keep forgetting about Pacheco.
So
yeah,
I don't think they care.
I just want Bucky Irving to be taken, man.
Well, he's not going to be. And to be okay, so I don't know what the contract is for Wharton, which is a guy that they like as this penetrator, undersized interior player. I think could make a lot of sense. So I think I will go with Michael Hall.
Okay. And we end off with Michael the Bum Hall.
Pause.
Have you seen Amari Thomas?
Amari Thomas. Out of what?
Tennessee, interior defensive lineman.
No.
6'4", 320. He's a really fun guy to watch. I, of course, watched his best game where he had 5 pressures versus, what's his name? Osiris Torrance. But
that's solid, though. That's really good.
It's very good. But definitely somebody to keep on the radar. And he's on rewatch radar for me right now. So that's it.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of this we did there were a lot of scheme fits.
Yes.
Because that's where for me at least, a guy like Chop, it's understandable if he falls.
Yeah.
Because schematically, like if he's not going to defend the run well, especially initially, like that's something he's got to prove this year. Then yeah, for me, he's going to slide. And I just couldn't find the right spot for him.
Well, trust me, I had my number 6 player end up going at like 46. So believe me, I know.
Yeah, well, I mean, Chop, I have. Yeah, Chop, I have. I don't even know if I'm gonna have Chop in the top 10, dude. Like again, I just started putting together the big board, and I'm like looking at this like I'm not in love with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, that's the end of the video, man. That was a mock draft. That was a hell of a time. We got to talk about a lot of different players. Talked about the circumstances possibly of a lot of different teams and how next offseason could look. Again, we're far away, and this is really just a highlight. Maybe guys you should keep your eyes on, different prospects.
For sure.
So yeah, I thought I had a great time. I think we joked on each other quite a bit.
But that's the best part of it. That's why we started a show together.
Yeah, it's the only reason. Like I mean, you can't joke on Gojo. All of his takes are amazing.
Yep.
I mean, he's just here talking about my bad takes. I'm like, Gojo, stop, dude. If you want a channel, go start your own, and which he probably could and be very successful at that. But he's not going to because I won't let it. But that's it for the video. Go ahead, do that YouTube thing. Hit that thumbs up. Let us know who are some guys maybe you think should have gone higher, or maybe some that we didn't include, because this is very early, man. There's probably a lot of guys that y'all like that maybe some people aren't talking about. So open our eyes to some of those players. But until next time, Alex,
you take it easy.
Later.